All right. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 4th of March. We are officially in the first week of the new month, last quarter, or last month of the quarter, and the sun is out, sort of, and the skies are blue. We are working.
Almost.
How about
Sort of.
you?
Kind of you.
All right. Our mission here is South Bay Grading, 100 contractors to 10 million in annual revenue by 2035. Today we have a special guest, Anar with Oculus. He is going to talk to us about exoskeletons. And Sandy had the privilege of trying one on recently, so I'm sure she will have plenty to say. Awesome. Estimating stats. We are up. Actually, I think we crossed 18 million last week. And, just because we haven't hit one doesn't mean we quit. Got to keep on trucking because these jobs will materialize. In fact, we've had projects that took over 12 months to go from bid day to contract. So don't get discouraged. You got to keep bidding. If you don't bid work, you will not get it. That's just the way it goes. Let's see, Q&A time. What you need to know. What would make developers choose us without negotiating price? So that question is a little misleading because there will always be price as a factor when somebody is spending money to develop their property. Now, what can keep you from being the bottom feeder and racing to the bottom is your reputation and your track record and relationship. So if you're working with a developer and you're on your second or third project with them and you've done well in the past, you've done what you said you were going to do, you've met or exceeded their expectations on time and quality and safety. Safety is a big factor. Shea Holmes won't even talk to you until you've demonstrated that you can perform safely and go through their safety program. So performance will always put you at an advantage over price. As long as you are doing the things that need to be done, you have a much better chance of being chosen based on merit and not price alone. All right, so since we haven't picked up any new work in the last few weeks, I wanted to highlight projects that we are essentially closing out. Blossom Hill Public Storage. That project is in closeout phase. Final checks for all of our subs and suppliers are coming. The job is, for all intent, 100% finished. But wait, there's more. Tracy Lakes. This project has been 100% complete, and we are in the final stages of closing out with our subs. V&B and Oak Mount Concrete both did a fantastic job getting this project from start to completion, and it was a real joy to work with Toll Brothers. This was a phase 2 of this project that we did with them, so it is 2 successful projects with Toll Brothers completed on their Tracy Lakes project. So good work, everybody involved. Cowl Ranch, it is in its final touch-ups. We have all of our hand railing, or I guess they call it a bike rail. Bike rail is installed and been approved and signed off. We had to do some special engineering for our crash arrays. That has been completed, accepted, and I believe the parts are there and being bolted up as we speak. So that job is done. So good work, Oak Mount, on this project. This was the first barrier rail project for them, and it turned out amazing. So good work, everybody. And there is a ton of work that goes into the closeouts. So just because there's no more nails being driven doesn't mean that the work stops here in the office. There's a lot of detail that goes into closing these projects out.
Like what?
With that, I'm going to turn it over to Aaron Hosmer.
Closeout. On closeout, real quick, there's a lot of O&M manuals that they ask for. Like if you your landscaper for Blossom Hill, our landscaper supplied an irrigation controller. They want the operations and maintenance manual. They want keys to the water valves. They want extra couplers, and they have a whole list of stuff. So in the specs, you'll look at the closeout section when you're bidding a job, and there could be $500 to $2,000 worth of stuff that they're going to ask you for at the end of the job that's not on the plan set. So you want to be aware of that. It kind of hits for grading, not so much, but for any mechanical people or people supplying pipe or valves and stuff like that, they always ask for extra stuff. Windows, appliances, there's stuff. Oh, we want an extra washer and a dryer. I've seen that before.
Door hardware.
Door hardware, yeah. Tiles. You got to leave us 4 boxes of carpet tiles behind for the extra cans of paint. That's always a thing. So closeout is a missed thing that happens a lot. On my segment today, I've been thinking a lot about the technology that we use in construction, and Sean and I have been sitting here. We're always talking about implementing new tech and if it's worth it or what the implementation looks like. And I was thinking about some of the baseline programs that I see people shy away from, but they really should be leaning into. What the number one program is Microsoft Excel for me, especially in construction. If you can't use Excel, you should be learning how, and there's plenty of ways to do that. I would start with YouTube. And Googling your questions, you'll find out really quick. Using AI to understand how to do stuff in Excel is really powerful. There's this whole revolution with Claude going on right now. I don't know how much is real and how much is fake, but apparently Claude's automating a lot of Excel stuff. So Excel, super important. Another one is Bluebeam. It's a PDF editor, exhibit tool, markup tool, document signer. So Bluebeam is super important, and I was thinking about it like this. Like we were talking in our morning meeting about industrial technology or packaging science. When you buy a product at the store, you may not think so, but the package matters. Like how a box looks matters. Some people are more partial to DeWalt because they like yellow, or Milwaukee because they like red. It's just, or maybe Ryobi because they like green. We're weird like that, humans. So when you're presenting information, say it's closeout documents to an owner, you would do well to present your numbers in an Excel spreadsheet that's PDF'd into a document that's all in one nice package. And that's where these tools come in handy to give you the credibility when you're delivering information. This saves you a lot of time. If you give them a handwritten, scribbled notebook, I know myself, I'm gonna go, okay, I need to check these numbers. But if someone gives me a spreadsheet and a PDF document with a bunch of pages and a table of contents, I'm gonna go, wow, okay, nice. And I'm gonna take it as a more credible piece of information right off the top. So that's what I've been thinking about a lot of. Sean and I have been doing a lot of Excel manipulation, and this last week just kind of laughing. What's the word? Laughing in pain almost, like how we'll never get away from Excel, but it's also so useful that you can't do without it. It's a necessary evil, and I can't stress that enough. The one other piece of tech I was talking about that comes with every PC is the snipping tool. Super important for taking screenshots and portraying your ideas in email. I use that every day. If you don't know how to use the snipping tool, shoot me a message and I'll show you how. It's really easy. You can hit the Windows button and S and it comes up. And the Windows button is that little four. It's between Control and Alt on your keyboard. So Windows button S will bring up your snipping tool. So that's what I got on little tech tidbits today.
Love it. Snipping tool. So I just learned how to use the snipping tool within probably the last 12 to 18 months. Before that, I didn't really understand how to get a screenshot. So, but as Eric was saying, when you're delivering information to somebody, and most of us are in the market of delivering information, right? Some of us, like Scotty, got actual products they're shipping out, but a lot of times, we're delivering information, and like Aaron said, think about when you get a package from Amazon on your porch and the box is half ripped open, and it's not delivered in a way that makes you confident, right? Versus when it gets there, it's not smashed, it's not broken, it's all taped up exactly the way you would expect that box. You've got a lot more confidence when you open it up that what's inside is going to be what you ordered. The other thing that is really helpful with Excel is it forces you to really put what's in your head on the screen, and helps to go through and make sure that the assumptions that you make in your head get translated to the sheet, and all of the backup that you need to go with that. You can grab them either screenshots or it's a PDF document, and you got to think about it as when you're delivering that product, which is your information. Your goal is to make it as easy as possible to understand. Like this document should tell a story, just like reading a book. And if you do a good job of putting the story together, then the reader, they understand the story, they understand the point of the story, and they can make the end conclusion that you are looking to make without having to spend hours on the phone or in emails back and forth trying to get that information out of your various locations that you have it in one clean package. So that is, I think, our most valuable marketing tool is packaging your stuff so that it makes sense. If you can't read it and understand it, I guarantee the person you're sending it to will not be able to read it or understand it. Yeah. All right. Sandy, would you like to introduce Anar for the meeting?
Of course. Anar, we met him at the Tech Boat event, and he had his own little booth, and I found it very interesting because I've never seen skeletons like those before, and I was lucky enough to get the opportunity to try them on, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I still talk about it till this day. So it is an immense pleasure to have you with us, Anar.
Likewise. Thank you, Sandy. Hi, Sean. Hi, everybody. My name is Anar. So before actually jumping to a short kind of presentation and tell a bit more about the exoskeletons, that's actually today's topic, I just want to understand what's our timeline, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever the time, because I don't want to overload too much, because I'm doing this pretty much like 18 years. So what's our timeline here? So like standard of this, like 5 minutes, or that's enough? 5 minutes? 3 minutes?
5 minutes, 10 minutes max.
Okay, sounds great. So let me actually share my screen, and if you have a Sean, can you give me the access to the sharing my screen, please?
There you go.
Okay. Great. Again, hi everybody. Today we'll talk about exoskeletons, but before jumping to that, a little bit about myself. So basically, I'm in the 18 years in the software development and mechanical engineering space. I owned previously like a large logistic company, like supply chain. Like we doing the delivery, we build the logistic platform, especially for the constructions as well. Like we've worked with the Lowe's, a bunch of the construction companies who actually needed like supply chain things. And one of my challenges at that time, by the way, I've been actually a customer as an exoskeletons. So I had like a bunch of the warehouses, like Costco, Walmart, and also Restaurant Depot. We had like inside the warehouse, there's a lot of repetitive physical tasks that my employees supposed to do it, and I was always getting the problems after 10 days, muscular disorders. And because of that, second problem I had, I passed through class actions, by the way, in the California. One of the hardest kind of legality issues that I never like knew what that is, absolutely. But because of that, like people really complaining about the muscular disorder, etc. So just in very brief, one of the problems, 63% of the people who is doing like repetitive physical they have like repetitive motions. 40% of the people who's actually working in the physical construction space or like any physical repetitive, it can be again in agriculture space and in warehouses, logistic, etc. There's a lot of 40% of muscular skeleton disorders. Like they're working after 10 days, they're getting this type of issues. And because of that, there's the so people taking day off for 23 days because of muscular shoulder disorder, etc. And this is actually creates a huge problems of productivity. This is most important. For that purposes, at that time, so basically, let me give you a bit kind of science about like I don't know how many of you heard about Newton meters. So basically, Newton is the guy who invented like gravity, as you know. So if you're putting your hands like below, there's not enough pressure to your shoulder, right? But if even like you're putting your shoulder like this way, so there's kind of extra pressure. So imagine if you're also keeping some kind of small device and you're doing this for 10 hours. So there's enough 25 Newton meters of the pressure to your shoulders. This is the minimum. Another science, the same with like if you are handling some kind of uh, boxes, right? You have similar pressure not to your shoulders, but also to your back. Um, so let's say, as you see here, like you're grabbing some kind of boxes this way, you're putting extra pressure to your back. Thanks. For that purposes, 4 years ago, we started. I actually met he was doing the PhD and also in the mechanical engineering. We invented like exoskeletons. This is basically variable suit, support the human body against the gravity and increase productivity if you're doing any physical repetitive tasks. And our main goal for this device is not like make you strong as a Superman or like the whatever we're seeing. We're making those suits to support the human body. Like basically, it's supporting our main goal to make sure decrease the pressure to your body, that make it 0 Newton meters. Like our main goal. Like because I don't know why, but this is maybe the question that we have to discuss in this today as well. Like especially in the construction space, like helmets is actually mandatory. But like people, you have to wear the helmets when you're in the construction space. But the people is really not too much care about the muscular disorders. And I don't know why they're not protecting their muscle. So for that purposes, we created the product, which is, we have a few product lines. One product is basically Shoulder U. This is basically if you're doing any physical task, if like upper shoulder, as you see here, like for 10 hours, you're painting on the road, whatever you're doing extra. So you get extra support to your shoulders here. So this is one of the device. And we have like 3 patents behind of this device, purely mechanical, no battery. We also have a shoulder F. So like it potentially can be used for the Chipotle restaurants, even barber shops or dentist offices. So those guys who is actually doing like daily, like as a working as a front. And then next product we did as a back support. So like for the logistics. Oh, the last product is actually, we have like one design patents behind of that is actually neck support. If you're literally doing like it supports your neck if you're just heads like on the top and you're just doing any kind of things like that. Again, our goal is increase productivity for 20%. So if in the construction space you daily painting something for like, I don't know, for 10 hours for a specific area. With those devices, we increasing productivity. That's our beauty of the product. And also we have a back support as well. Like especially, so let me give you a few kind of explanation. So our products, as you see, is purely mechanical. There's no battery. It's very lightest version. So you can, it's just 3 pounds, like literally, sorry, actually 0.30, 50 pounds, like very light. It can fit to any size. It's easier to wear and take off. No battery or energy required. This is actually one of the beauty of our things we have. And most important, when I actually started using this as a customer in my logistics space, I really didn't like it. And the reason why, like if you're working wearing this suit for 10 hours, it's wearing, it's not breathable, and plus it was not washable. So this is the things we have. Yeah, we have like no battery, as already mentioned. What else? Yeah, so this is the few product lines. So this again, the folder, this is the back support. This is a light version of the back support. This is the neck support, as you see, similar. So again, we have like special design pattern for that. And I don't know how many of you heard about like actually ergometrics. So there's actually international standards. So like measures the body, like how you have less pressure to your body and muscle disorders. We have a simple app that generates and gives to HR and compliance team of the construction company, hey, out of your employees, how many of those are like, uh, which part of the body there's not enough pressure, or in which part of the body there's a less pressure. So this is actually a kind of tool that we build based on international standards, how to make that happen. Yeah, so like kind of we did a bit small research on our competitors as well. So comparing with our competitors, like one, it's very light, it's not heavy. So our competitors, reason why we're light is because we're not using any battery or electronics, like whatever AI things behind of those devices. Because at the end of the day, it's again like it's heavy. It fits to any size, ergonomics, comfort, etc. So yeah, and in very brief, we're doing this for 4 or 5 years. We have a bunch of actual testings. We have a bunch of the articles. We have behind of that like 6 patents and 2 design patents. We're based in Santa Clara. We have a small lab, or I can bring those small wearables to you if you're interested. Yeah, so and we have a bunch of the certificates. We're around like 7 people, mostly like purely in the mechanical space. Those guys are like in exoskeleton space. We have yeah, some consultants who is in the health institution. Well, this is very brief about what we built. Again, I'm open to any of the questions you have, any feedbacks. Again, I'm eager, if you're interested, give a small sample for your team members as well, see how it works and get some feedback. So this is our main goal. And we right now working with the Walmart, Lowe's, the big guys actually start using us for construction and also logistic related locations. We have right now working in the US, also in Germany. We're selling in Germany. But our main production facility that we're producing the products are in Turkey because of like cost saving, it's cheaper, the materials wise is pretty much better there. But that's very brief about our company for now. Thanks for your attention.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today. And if you are a business owner and you do anything like he says with the, where you've got repetitive motions, even if it's not heavy weights, the fact is that people get injured. And when they get injured and they are working for you as your employee, you own that injury. Even if it's, even if it's something that started 25 years ago, they hurt themselves on a job 25 years ago, and they've been dealing with this for their entire career. Once they land on your payroll, it'll be your workers' comp that picks up the cost of the injury that they have that day. It's kind of, I think they call it the cracked egg syndrome, right? So the egg's cracked, but it didn't break until you put your hands on it. So now it's your fault, right? So it's not a bad idea to always be looking for ways to just improve the overall experience for your people. It will, obviously, any increase in productivity is good. Any decrease to risk is even better. So, what kind of price point are you looking at for the backlight? Just to throw it out there for people to see.
Yeah. So bulk part about the pricing. So this is actually one of our top sold products. So that costs around like 1,500. Again, our main goal is actually increase productivity. And this literally is increasing. So for the business owners who want to take care of their employees and increase their productivity is important. So the back is cost around 900. We have neck support around $200. Yeah. And we have a multi, which is combining back and shoulder as well. So that costs around like 2,000, something like that.
Okay. So over the course of a year, you're talking like $50 a day pays for it. And that $1,500, that's probably, it's a drop in the bucket for one major claim or incident. So I think, you always got to be looking for ways to increase your productivity and decrease your risk. So definitely put your information in our contact info in the chat so people can get a hold of you. And appreciate you jumping in and sharing with us today. Thank you.
Can I add something to this real quick?
Please do.
For any of you, so the first time I saw exoskeletons in use, they were Hilti exoskeletons, and drywall guys were on my job site, and they were screwing a lid into the ceiling, right? Drywall. And these guys could hold their drywall guns up. Like if you've ever held a screw gun over your head, it gets old real fast. And these guys were just sitting there shooting drywall up into the T-bar all day long, nonstop. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then I went to a Procore conference in Austin, Texas for work. And what do you know? They had them there and I got to try it on. It is crazy the effect that these things have. It may look weird, but until you try it on, man, you got to try it on. It's pretty amazing what this thing does. And it'll blow your mind, honestly.
If you're in a situation where you got to keep your hands up,
yeah,
it helps, right? Right. So if you're thinking about putting yourself in a situation where you're going to have to keep your hands up, you should get one.
Just do this. Just try to stand with your hands up and see how long you can stand with your hands up.
Yeah, and with the shoulder one, gravity will actually hold your arm up. You can't even feel it. Like you know that you have your hands up, but you can't actually feel it, and it's insane. And the neck support also is awesome. I wish I could sleep with one every day.
The cost of an injury alone is outweighs the cost of the most expensive model of what he's talking about here.
Yeah, I think that the strides that have been made for this type of product over the last few years are pretty incredible. I mean, we didn't even have this kind of stuff when I started out in the business.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Can I jump in and ask a question to Anar real quick?
Please do.
Anar, I heard you say you're in Walmart and Lowe's and all that. Do you sell direct to consumer?
Yeah, so we're mainly working with the businesses directly. So we're working, so we're directly selling to the Walmart, Lowe's, to our main clients, our HR, compliance team, or the management who is basically take care of their employees. And regarding the points about, like, for example, we're working with the one project with a Tesla. The guy is under the vehicle. They needed finger exoskeletons, by the way. The one guy is every day for 10 hours pushing like something under the vehicle. I don't know what they're pushing, but so his fingers so hurted. So yeah, we also can do like custom kind of exoskeletons based on the different needs and requirements that our customers need. But Scotty, so answer to your question, yeah. So we're working directly with the businesses and selling the products. It's not like B2C, like we're not selling for health institutions. No, our main customers are industrial oriented construction companies, agriculture companies, like restaurant owners. For example, Chipotle is like last week I've been in Chipotle restaurant. I see like one guy is his breast is really hurts, and definitely he's cutting for 10 hours a similar chicken, like whatever. So like he need, for example, shoulder like front exoskeletal support his like breast, yeah. So that's how we're doing for now, participating in different shows and trying to get the businesses mostly who's take caring their employees.
Would you
Okay.
sell a single harness to someone if they wanted to order one from you though? Or no?
Yeah.
If I said, hey, I want to buy one, would you sell me one harness?
Oh yeah. We
Okay.
can do it. Yeah, we have an office in Santa Clara. We can deliver or we can ship. You can try it, come to our office, test it out if you want, and see how that works. And if you're happy, yeah, definitely we can do it. We have a few
Okay.
samples in our office. Yeah, maybe like
So when
shoulder and neck. We can give 2 of those products. Yeah. Sorry, you want to say something?
so when you said you're in Walmart and Lowe's, you're not selling through them. You're have your product for their employees. They've bought stuff from you.
So we became an official partner. Yes. So
Okay.
they're requesting initial like pilots. Hey, I need like let's say 10, 15 products line, and they test it and they just keep ordering more. Right. So that's how it works.
Okay.
Walmart always wants it for free up front, huh? They're
Yeah,
tough. They're hard to deal
So we
with.
stopped doing that. So.
They're like, hey, you gotta give me something.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Sandy, what's next?
Anor, do you mind if I can share my screen again?
Oh yeah. My bad. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay.
All right, neighborhood hands this Saturday, 7:30 down at the Guadalupe Gardens. You can actually show up at 8 o'clock if you'd like. Don't have to be there at 7:30. It's nice when you are, but this is a biweekly meeting, or as we call it, the work party. Neighborhood Hands is a local organization. The founder is from right here in San Jose, and this group has grown from about 50 18 months ago to we've got 300 plus participants and volunteer service providers showing up to this event. So if you are looking for a way to get involved or just looking for something to do early on a Saturday morning, come on out, and all you got to do is show up. We're not asking you to bring anything. You don't have to do anything specific. Just come out and see where you fit.
You could just stand there and eat bagels if you wanted.
Could do that too.
You know?
All right. The past can hurt you, but you can either run from it or learn from it.
Whoa.
Ooh, Lion King.
All right. Nice work, Sandy. All right, guys, if you've spent any time around us at all, collaboration is the new currency. Brandon Dawson, he is my #1 mentor, the guy that I have tried to model our business after. Great guy. If you'd like to know more about him, he is everywhere on social media and YouTube, or even Google.
Yeah.
Does anybody use Google anymore?
I feel like ChatGPT is in Google.
All right, book club. We do this every Wednesday after this meeting, 7:45. We are reading Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. Love to have you join us. If you'd like to know more, you can get a hold of Sandy at southbaygrading.com, and she will get you hooked up with the meeting invite. So the only way you ever fail in anything is to quit. So do not quit. You got to keep pushing. The world will throw curveballs at you. You will have times of doubt, times of heartache, but as long as you keep pushing, you will not fail. And this is one of my favorite closing slides here. So photography done by Stephen Hosmer. If you would like to know more about Stephen Hosmer's photography, painting, etc., you can get a hold of Sandy at southbayready.com.
That was it.
That's it. Awesome. All right. We have a couple of new people in the group. If this is your first time with us and you want to give us a little shout out about yourself, what you guys are doing, you're more than welcome to let us know. If not, we are going to wrap up. And again, thank you, Anar, for joining us today. Hopefully, you guys all got something out of it. Wesley, welcome. Thank you for speaking up.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
I've been getting you guys for quite a bit of time. I'm a contractor doing tree service here in the Santa Cruz County area. I just started with community tree service. One of I'd say the larger companies here in the area. We're doing a lot of different types of projects, from land clearing to line clearance to residential, still doing some fire mitigation stuff, even some salvage logging. I was just coming on here to say hello, introduce myself. I'm sales development manager here. So, any big projects, mostly tree removal is kind of our bread and butter here. We've got a lot of equipment. So I will put my contact here in the chat, and you guys can reach out if you guys ever want bids or information or just need to be steered in the right direction for anything here in the Santa Cruz area.
Awesome. Are you guys certified foresters with the proper license to go do timber harvesting, things like that?
Yeah, I actually am an LTO, but I'm a Class B, but we do have registered professional foresters, arborists, and LTO Class A's here, all in-house, ready to serve and do whatever you guys need.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, Wesley.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Wesley signed up in our bidders list through our website, and I added you already to our bidders list with all joy. And I wanted to let everyone know that if you are interested in joining our bidders list, as simple as you can do is go to our website and go to the bidder list section, submit your information, and you will be automatically added. Or if you'd like to reach me directly, I will also be more than happy to add you.
Where do they find you, Sandy?
Sandy at southbaycreating.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining. And guys, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you again for joining us on this Wednesday morning, taking some time out, and we do really appreciate it. So thank you very much. See you guys next week.
Thank you.